Good morning, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. Let us understand why uh, the date and timetable is important. And we also understood already how to create a dim data table. Dim means dimension data table, right? So normally, we will be calling OLAP data. OLAP data means data warehousing data. So data warehousing data is of two types, right? Data warehousing data is of two types. One is called data warehouse means, first of all, a database. So there is an interview question, difference between data warehouses, database versus, okay, data warehouse. Database versus data warehouse. What is the difference between these two, right? So compulsory interview questions. After this Power BI, you have to compulsorily watch data warehouse videos, and this will be uploaded in your portal. So make sure that you have the access to these videos and watch them without fail. Okay, watch them without fail. Guys, fresh SSIS batch is started. So today, from today, the live classes are going to be starting from 9 a.m. AST. And if you're interested, please join, because almost, for some of the guys, only the DAX is the thing, right? For example, January or some other batch people, December batch people. So you can join SSIS. And if you learn SSIS, ADF is nothing, I'm telling you. ADF means Azure Data Factory, which is a cloud-based ETL, It is nothing. So nothing. So lot of ETL concept you will be able to learn as part of SSIS only, from very, very basic level to advanced level you will be learning. And SSIS completely code-free, no coding, drag and drop software, and which is just like, Power Query. But Power Query is only 30% of ETL operations can be done in the Power Query. But if you wanted to know what is real ETL, you will be able to understand as part of SSIS. And I strongly recommend you must join in this and complete. So in data warehousing, we have given a project. We have given a project also. The project will be free for you. That is on Amazon, right? So if you wanted to do the project in the data warehousing, you have to know SSIS, so that this project you can do it. Plus, on top of that, you can create a cube and you can create a report. So the project I'm talking about, free project, that is included in the data warehousing videos. Okay, you watch these videos, and if you do the SSIS, this project you can implement, and this project will give you very good understanding of how a data warehouse can be created from the scratch. And after that, how we are going to be creating reports and everything, right? So now the fresh batch is going to be starting from today, and only demos got over Friday and Thursday and Friday. Guys, don't miss this, because I'm not sure whether we'll have SSIS in the next month or not. But if you're not able to attend the live classes, you can buy the videos and practice. That is also one more thing is there. But since it is there, I strongly recommend to go join this batch if you wanted to join. So don't go into ADF. I'm telling you, ADF also I'm teaching, but I don't think so. ADF you need to learn. Many companies are asking SSIS and ADF. ADF you can learn within 1 week if you know this concept very well. Okay, ADF it will take 25 days to learn, but SSIS, if you know SSIS very well, so this much of a ETL concept you need not implement here, because ADF is just like knowing the application that is going to be performing again ETL operations, right? So this you can learn very, very easily, but this is where you need to have in depth of what is called as the subject. I strongly recommend to go for this. And what is a database and what is a data warehouse? If you ask me, data warehouse is a large database only. That is what is the answer. Okay. What is the database and what is the data warehouse means? Data warehouse itself is a large database only. Database means it will have tables, right? So database lo emuntai. Database you have tables. So what type of tables you have? You have two types of tables, dimension tables and fact tables. Okay. So this is what is called a data warehousing databases. Now, what is OLTP? OLTP is also one type of an application. So data warehouse, or you can say OLAP. Okay, data warehouse or OLAP. So what is data warehouse? What is OLAP? What is database means? Data warehouse or OLAP is a large database where you have a large amount of historical data is going to be stored of the company. Historical data will be stored, and since it is a database, you're going to be creating a lot of tables, dimension tables and fact tables, right? So dimension tables means what? Where you have a textual data. Fact table where you have a number data. That's it, nothing. For example, customer table is a dimensional data. Product table is a dimensional data. Date table, dimensional data. Location table, dimensional data. Employee table, all the textual data, employee ID, employee name, employee address, employee blah, blah, blah. So number data means we're talking about more sales table. In the sales table, you will have a lot of numbers like, product ID, customer ID, quantity sold, right? What is the sales amount? What is the profit? What is the tax? And you will see more and more number data. Wherever you see more and more number data, so that is what is called a fact, and this is also called as a measure. Clear? It is also called as a fact or a measure. Guys, 1 minute, I'll get some water. So you have learned one is OLTP and one more OLAP, right? So in OLTP, it is also a database, but not a very big database. Small databases. Small databases means what is the sizes here? The sizes will be in 400 GB, 500 GB, like that. It is less than 1 terabyte. But large database means, so what is the size here? It will be there in the terabytes. So average database size will be, in this you will have lesser than 100 terabytes today. It cannot be more than that. So average data warehousing database size will be 100 terabytes of data. So this will be maximum less than 500 GB or lesser than 1 terabyte. Small databases, it will be some 700 GBs only. So this is what is called OLTP data, fresh data. We also create lot of reports in this database. We also create lot of reports in this database, right? You also create, wherever there is a data, you also create lot of reports. But if you create a reports in this database, you can analyze completely historical data, last 5 years, how the changes, last 5 years, last 4 years, last 10 years. So a lot of data you can analyze. So here, even though you create a lot of Power BI reports or SSRS reports, since you have a fresh data means less than 1 year data. So maximum 6 months data, like that, they're going to be maintaining it. Okay, it will be less than 1 year data they'll be maintaining. So even though we can create a report, the reports cannot be talking about a lot of historical comparisons. We cannot have it. Even though you create a lot of Power BI reports, but you cannot understand. For example, you and me known. So you and me met 6 months back. We are staying in the one room. And I know you, you know me. So we are working for the Infosys company. We are roommates. Now tell me, what is that I can tell you, and what is that you can tell me? Last 6 months we are together. That is what you can tell. But what is that I'm doing from childhood? Do you know anything about it? So complete analysis cannot be done on the Bhaskar, even though I'm your roommate, because last 1 year data, last 6 months data. Bhaskar sir is good. He's my roommate. Now he's is working for Infosys, and evening, he will also take a lot of tuitions and everything. That's it. Is good guy. But Bhaskar, was an Naxalite or he was a terrorist and he got arrested, blah, blah, blah. That who knows about it? So complete analysis, can you do it? Within 6 months of data, within 1 year of data, complete analysis of the Bhaskar, can you do that? You cannot do. right? Flashback, you don't know, right? So data analytics means not, creating reports on some 10 days data, 20 days data, 30 days data. That is not OLAP. OLAP means analyzing. When can you analyze a guy? When can you analyze a guy? We can analyze the guy if you know him from the childhood completely, if you know the history, right? So that is what is very, very important. Analysis can be done on the 1 day data, 2 days data, 3 days data. But when you have the large amount of historical data, the analysis is more accurate. If you know 6 months data about Bhaskar, if you know 30 years of data of Bhaskar sir, 40 years of data of Bhaskar sir, more accurate, more analysis, more truths can come when you have the history. Remember, so analysis cannot be done on the data. So that is not the point here. The analysis can be done on the large amount of historical data. Remember this. That is when you can understand in depth of a business. So it can add, somebody gives you some Excel sheet data of 6 months, somebody can give you 1 month of data. That is not analysis. Analysis means you need to understand in and out of Bhaskar Jogi sir. If you wanted to understand, you need to know from childhood. You have to go to his village. You have to go to his schools. You have to go to his previous companies. You need to go to his wife, his father, his relatives. Everybody you go and ask him and get the data. Then you create a report and publish. That is what is the analysis people are talking about. So that is the reason why OLAP means you need to have a large amount of data and much more historical data you need to maintain. Then you analyze that kind of a data. The reports are more correct and more accurate. Then you can take the decisions more accurate. That is the reason why people are going to be using large amount of historical data. So we also create lot of OLTP reports, even though it is analysis, but these reports can tell you some fresh analysis. Last 6 months or 1 year, how the company is doing, that is how it can tell you. But based on this, you cannot take a decision, right? Last 6 months only Bhaskar Jogi, based on that, you cannot say he's a terrorist, he's a thief, or he's a good teacher. You cannot say anything. Last 10, 20 years of data you see, then you can analyze. So that is what is OLAP or data warehousing. So what is a database? What is a data warehousing means? What you need to know? OLAP means, data warehousing means it is a database only. Data warehouse or OLAP is a large database. Average database size of your data warehouse will be, you can say, I'm currently running 20 terabytes of data. It is historical data. What kind of a tables you have? Dimension tables and factor tables. So much more time we create a reports on the data warehousing data. That is the reason in the reports, whatever the data you see, this is what is called OLAP data. OLAP data means I'm talking about data warehousing data. That is the reason these tables are called as dimension tables and fact tables. Okay, that is the reason I have given dim date table. So when will you analyze the data? Most of the time, 90% of the time, you're analyzing what kind of a data warehousing data, OLAP data. Only 10% of the time you also create OLTP reports and you also analyze. But this is not the proper analysis. It is very, very rare. So whenever you're talking about reporting means OLAP data warehousing data, whether it is coming from Excel sheet, whether it is coming from SAP, whether it is coming from any database or anywhere, that is historical data, large amount of data. Clear? So that is what you have to know. So we are going to be calling this as a dimension table. Now, the other day, I have told you we need to create one dimension table. So what are the issues with the dim order? I clearly explained. We have a due date, dim date, order date, all of them are there. But these columns as it is cannot be used. And because you have a lot of duplicated data, missing values will be there, no continuous values there. We need to create one table where you will have the continuous values. So whenever the business is started from there and till today, so all the years you're going to be having, and in that, all the data, your continuous dates will be there, and this table you're going to be using and to create a lot of reports. Okay, so for example, I wanted to understand parallel period sales. Parallel period means, so 2021 sales you would like to know, 2020 sales you wanted to know, 2020 sales. Parallel period is January 2020 sales you have to know, January 2019 sales you have to know, January 2021 sales you have to know. This is, if you wanted to know about this sales, you also compare this sales with this sales. This is what is called parallel period, or next year sales and current year sales, okay, or previous year sales, like that. 2021 sales, 2022, 2023, 2020, 2019. If 1 year is missing in the sales due to COVID reason, a lot of companies have closed on the 2020. If you don't have the data, how do you compare 2019 data to this data? So continuous data will be there, right? So in the calendar, in the dim date table, you must have a continuous dates. When the business is started, for example, business is started in the year of 2005. So the first date is going to be coming from there, right? So what date you need to give? So business start day, for example, Go Online Trainings is started in 2010. So I need to give 2010 January 1st onwards, I need to prepare, because the sales can happen from this, because it is started in the 2010 year. So maybe it would have started from February 10th, 2010. That is when Go Online is started. But since it is started in February, I may use the data in the calendar table, January 1st, 2020, and till date. Till date means 2022 or 2023. That is how you define the first date, means the transaction of the company. When the company started, in which year, the first transaction you have to know. Based on that, you need to give the first date. Last date means you can give this year or current year date. That is how you need to define. So when you see, when is that first transaction has happened? So when you see go to products table, when you sort the data. So sorting can be done with the help of right click on this. You will be able to sort in ascending. Sort in ascending means we know the first transaction has happened 1st July 2025. That is the reason why I have included January 1st 2005. That is the first sales. 2005 I'm talking about. That is the first record I have inserted in this table. So compulsorily you have to create one dimension table in your database, in your modeling. So, and after that, what we need to do, you need to mark this table. You need to mark this table as a dim date table. So you need to go and right click on this table. Compulsorily you have to say this, mark as this table as a date table, and in that mark as date table means select a column to be used for the date. The column must be the data type date and must contain only unique values. Which column? I have only one column. The column is date column. In this column you don't have any duplicate data, so it is one table where you have completely unique values, no nulls, nothing is there. Compulsorily you need to create. When you create like that, you will be able to perform a lot of operations, parallel periods, this one, that one, lot of things you're going to be doing, and on this table. Clear? Now the other question is, why is that only one column? So tomorrow I wanted to let me right click on this, clear the sorting. Okay, now I wanted to perform the operations. Not only, I will say what is the year-wise sales. I would like to know year-wise sales means normally you will be able to see whenever you see a order date table or due date table, it is going to be creating. For example, there is a birth date. Automatically, you will be able to get year number, month number, quarter number automatically. For this, we will talk about later. Automatically, it will extract and keep it. You can drag and drop here if you wanted to have the year-wise sales, month-wise sales, day-wise sales. But in this table, I don't have that kind of a data, right? I have only this column, but tomorrow I wanted to have year-wise sales, quarter-wise sales, month-wise sales. Now I need to create those columns. So now, if you have this, creating a new column in this table, very, very easy. How do you do that? You go to this table and you will be able to create a new column. So how do you create a new column? What is the column you would like to get? You would like to get year number. So I need to get year column. So how do you get year column? There is a function called year. There is a function called year. Have you seen this? So there is a function called year. There is a function called year. If you wanted to get the quarter number, this is a function called quarter in the DAX. So you can also get the month number, week number, day number, end of the month. So a lot of things you will be able to do it. Lot of things you will be able to do it with the help of this, right? Now we've spoken about a date, we've spoken about a calendar, but today let us talk about these functions as well, and we complete remaining functions also, right? So I wanted to use year function. So you just go there. So what is that you need to supply? Year. So year number, I wanted to have it. I would like to have year number. I'm going to be using year function. Say dim date, date. So this is the value you're going to be giving. So it is going to be extracting the year number. That's what year number is created. Now after that, I wanted to get the semester number. So do we have a semester function? You don't have a semester function, but you have a quarter function. Let me have the quarter number. How do we get the quarter number? Again, you need to go to this table and get the new column. So I wanted to have the quarter number. How do you get the quarter number? You need to use the quarter function. So what is the data you need to supply? Dim date, date. So this is the one you need to supply. You will be able to get the quarter number 1, 2, 3. But I wanted to prefix QTR. So plus, you need to concatenate something, right? So QTR you wanted to have. So to get a constant QTR plus, so instead of a plus symbol, what normally we do? We use the ampersand symbol. Equal, you will have a concatenation symbol called a plus there. So we are going to be using like that in the SQL, but here we're going to be using like this. You will be able to get quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 data, right? Now I wanted to again go, quarter is there. You can also get the semester. How do you get the semester? We don't have a semester number. Yeah, Amit is asking now, tell me, can we do in the Power Query, Amit? Can we do it or not? You tell me. You're creating a table where? Creating a table where you create it in the DAX. This is a DAX table, right? So Amit is asking one question. Can we create or not? Let me go to transform data, right? Now, if you create something in the DAX, the table is available here. DAX table you have created. Is the table available here? Amit. Is the table available in this one? It is not available. If it is not available, then you create in the Power Query all year numbers and everything. You will not be able to create because whatever you create in the DAX will not come to the Power Query. Clear? So Power Query will have only the data from the data source level, not from the DAX tables. DAX columns are not going to come. So the Amit is asking, can I create year number, month number in the Power Query? You can create if the table is available. Since it is table is not available, you will not be able to create them. So if you create a table here, so how do you create a table here? In Power Query, can we create a table or not? Power Query also, we will be able to create a table. So which table you need to create? So when you go to enter data, you can create a table here by clicking on this. Okay. But you need to enter the column names and everything here manually. Entering this kind of a data is difficult, right? You don't have any other clue. The best thing, if you wanted to get the dim date table, so what you need to do? If you wanted to get it, as I told you yesterday, you have to get it from the Excel sheet. So you create a dim date table in Excel sheet, you have to get it, and all of them can be done in the Power Query itself. That is the best solution. That is what also I told you. But if you wanted to create a table in the Power DAX level as well, so DAX level when you create, you can create, there's no issue. But the DAX thing, it is not going to come here. Okay, DAX thing, it is not going to come here. Okay, that is what you got to understand. Guys, are you clear? So we will not be able to create anything here. So that is the beautiful question asked by Amit. So year number, quarter number is there. What is it I would like to have? Semester number. But do we have a semester function? You don't have. So, but still, we will be able to get the semester here. So the next one I have to go and create, right click on this. You can say new column also here. The next thing I would like to have semester number, sem number. Okay, I would like to analyze the data. So semester number I can give if function I'm going to be using. If quarter, okay. So dim date table. So dim date table date. If it is the quarter number is lesser than or equals to 2, then it is a semester 1, else it is a semester number 2. Right. So like that, I can create a semester 1 and semester 2. You will be able to get semester 2 means it is quarter 3 and quarter 4 data. That is what you can understand. Quarter 3 and quarter 4 data. Clear filter. So semester number also, I got year number, quarter number, semester number. And the next one you can have month number. So how do we get a month number? There is a month function. So there is a function called month function. You can use it. With the help of that, you will be able to get this one. So month name. Then there is a function called format also. We need to talk about this. Month and week number function to get the weeks. Clear? Just go there and create a month number with the help of a function called month. There's a function called month. Now I want to tell you dim date. If you don't write a date like this. So many people will write a date and they will call me, sir, it is not working. What is that you have given here? So it is not the date. I'm talking about dim date. So dim date, then I need to give and click on this. You will be able to get the month number. So month number 1, 2, 3, 4 till 12 it is there. Now I need to get the month name also. Is there any month name table here? So to get the month name, you have to use a function called format. Okay. If you wanted to use a month name January, February, so what function you're going to be using? Format function you're going to be using. So I wanted to use format function and create the month name. So I'll just click on this, right click on this new column. You will be able to get a month name. So MONTHNM, month name, month number and month name. So what function I had to use? Format. When you use the format function, value, format, local, the name, it is not compulsory. If something is there in the bracket that you need not supply, what is the value? Dim date. So what is that you would like to have the format? Format means I wanted to get the month name. So you say month like that. So when you say month, you will be able to get the month name here. So January, February, like that, you will be able to get all months. So it is a January data, 1, February data, like that. If you wanted to get, for example, day name, so simply you need to go press D, you will be able to get the D name. So it is a day name, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like that. So using the format function, using these options, you can get the day name or the month name. So I wanted to go and get the month name MMM. So I will be able to get like this. But if I write one more M, will it work? So let us check. If I write one more M, it is going to be giving you the complete spelling. If you write only 3 letters, it will give you short month name. If I write 2 letters, what will happen? If I write 2 what will happen? It will give you a month number with 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. If you have a single digit, it will give the 0. But if you give only 1 what will happen? If I write only 1 it is not going to give you 0, 1. It will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10, 11. If you wanted to get 0, 1, 0, 2, so you need to add a double M's. Okay, double M. It is going to be giving you 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. But if you have a triple M's means it will be able to get short, only 3 letters data. If you need 4 M's means complete full name. But if you have 1 more name, 2 more M's means what is going to be happening? So it will give you like this. So MMMMMs like this. So whatever the format you would like to give, you would be able to give like this. So if I add some more M's like this, will it work? So it is going to be giving January, January like that. So a lot of options are available, but normally we don't use all of them. So we will be using the month name, right? So we are going to be saying month. So these month names are available. So month number is there, month name is available. So that is what you have to give. Now, sometimes in India, if you go to South India especially, they will ask you some kind of a reports. What kind of a reports they'll ask you? They'll ask you, what is the sales in Shravanam? What is the Shravanam? Shravanam is the month name in South India or in India. So we are going to be calling India. What is the sales in Shravanam? Shravanam is, normally we'll say, what is the sales in January? What is the sales in February? That is how some companies, but they will have local month names. You will have Chinese month names. You will have Italy month names. You will have English month names. Like that, we will have also India month names. What is the sales in Shravanam? Now you tell me, Shravanam sales or Ashadam sales. What is this Ashadam? Do you know about it? So where is the month name called Ashadam in this table? Do you have the month name called Ashadam? What is Ashadam? So that, that what is called Indian month name also, if you wanted to have in this table. So India month name, I would like to have. So you need to know what is called as this. So when it is going to be starting, you just go to calendar and verify. India month names, Chinese month names. Clear? So those tables, you have to have them. So you should be able to see. So you can easily understand some month names from here. So from when to when it will be, from which date to which date, they'll tell you some calendars clearly. Right? Have you seen this? Some month names, guys? You read this. What is the month name? So March to April, it is a month name called in Hindu Chaitra. April to May, Vaishakha. So which date to which date? They will say March 13th March to next month 12th. Okay. So 13th March to April 12th. These days are called as what is called as a Chaitram. Clear? You need to create one more month, and so where you need to mention as a Chaitra. So you 13th of first month to April, you will get the proper dates also. Then 13th of April to May 12th or May 11th, whatever it is, May 11th, then Vaishakham, right? Now 11th ending here, 12th of May to, let us say, some 10th of June or whatever it is, 10th of June, it will be Jeshtam. So Ashadam means, so 11th of June. 11th of June means July. So this is how you have to create one more Hindu month calendar, Hindu month column you need to give. You have to go to that particular date, so 13th of March. So from there, April 12th, all these 30 days you need to mention as a Chaitram. Like that, you have to create this calendar, this value in your dim date table only. You need to go and create that. So to do that, you need to write. So you need to write if condition. If the, blah, blah, blah. If the month number between blah, blah, blah. You give some, if and this one. If the month name is less equals to 3, if the day number is less than then you give, if the month number what? Month number is 3. If the month number equals to 3, and means like that, and the day number is lesser than or equals to 13. Okay, or greater than 13. Greater than 13. So this is one condition. Or, so if the month number equals to 4, right? Something like this, you give the condition. And day number greater than 13, day number less than 12. Okay, it is lesser than or equals to 12, right? So 12, it is greater than or equals to this. The month name is called Chaitra. So remaining things you are not writing. Like that, you will be able to write. Okay, you will write multiple conditions like that. So not only one condition, right? We need to write how many conditions? 11 conditions. For that, we are going to be using a switch case. Okay, switch. So this condition will be writing blah blah blah. All the Chaitram, all the month names will be created with the help of a switch, and you will have one more calendar also. So tomorrow, if the customer wanted to get what is the Ashadam sales, so which column you need to drag and drop? India month name column, he has to drag and drop. Am I clear? So like that, you need to create all these columns. For example, I wanted to get the Diwali sales for last 5 years or Dashera sales for last 5 years. So all the, Ramadan sales. Okay, Ramadan sales for last 5 years or Christmas sales for last years. So first of all, you have to know so the calendar is created from the 2005. Clear? In 2005, when the company started the Diwali sales, they would have started in Diwali in October. When you go to calendar, you will be able to know. So Diwali, right? Diwali in 2005. Okay, I wanted to know this. So Tuesday, November 1st, it is came. So you need to ask this data to the client. Sir, in 2005, 1st November is the Diwali. Now, when did you start your sales? So they'll say, we have started from October 25th to October 5th for 25th to November 5th. So we have given as a Diwali offers. So that is what is called Diwali from October 25th to November 5th. So you need to go to in that calendar. So we'll have the dates, right? Let me go to the date. Let me go to these dates. What is the date? November. You'll go to November. From that period to that period, you create one more column. The column name is called Diwali. Okay. In the Diwali, you're going to be creating. So in that, is it Diwali day? So we need to create one. So this is done, right? Now I will create one more table, one more column here. So how do you create the column name? You need to create one more column. Is it Diwali? So you say, is Diwali day? Or is Diwali? One column name is called is Diwali, yes or no? So what is that? Diwali day if what? If the month number, okay, if the month number, dim date month number, dim date, sorry, month number, I need to get it right. So month of dim date, okay. If it is greater than and lesser than equals to 10, okay, or means like this. It could be 10 or 11. So this is one condition. Okay, one condition. And one more condition is what? If it is not 10th or 11, we need to write the complicated condition, right? So equal to 10. Let me write like this, equal to 10. And the day number. How do you get the day number, Nana? You need to use a function called day. Okay. So day function will give you day number from the dim date table. From this, if you take, if month number is this and day number is greater than what? 25th, right? So it is greater than or equal to 25th. Then it will be, you will say, this is a Diwali day, yes. Otherwise, else it is no. So something like that you will be able to write. This is one condition. This is one more condition. 25th, okay, October 10th, and this is one condition. So this we're going to be using one condition here. Okay, and one more condition or means one more condition or if the month number is equivalent to 11 and a day is lesser than equals to 5. Okay, either this is the condition or this is the condition, then it will be like this, and you will be able to create is Diwali, something like this. Somewhere I made some mistake. Some extra bracket is created like that. I will be able to have this. Where did I? Somewhere I made mistake. So like that. So that's fine. So this you need to correct it. Now you understand the logic, right? You write it. So like that, we will be able to write a couple of conditions. This is for only 1 year I have done it. And you have to do it for the multiple years, 10 years, logics you need to write. Multiple means you need to go in for switch case. Okay, switch case. So creating these kind of a columns using a calendar function is very, very difficult. So you can create, it is not that it is impossible, possible, but you need to have very good understanding. The dates are everything you need to write for month by month, so that you will be able to get the proper data. So you will be able to create any kind of a thing. There is no issue at all. Clear? So guys, are you clear? So all these things you can create in your calendar. So calendar function is good, but it will give you a lot of issues and lot of if and buts you need to create. So is it Ramadan day? You need to create one more column. Is it Ramzan day? Or is it Christmas day? Or is it Thanksgiving day? Is it Dashara day? Like that, you have to create multiple columns in this table only. So is Diwali is one column. Is it Dashara? One more column. Is it a holiday? Is it a weekend? Okay. Day type, weekend or weekday. So you can drag and drop that column. So all these columns you have to create in this table so that you can use that column to understand last 5 years of sales, last 10 years of sales, Diwali sales, last 10 years Diwali sales, last 5 years, wherever there is a S. S means Diwali is there in that dates. Clear? So that is how you should be able to create all the columns here. So using a calendar function is always good, but lot of other circuits you have to do it. So instead of creating your own table, what you do? You go to the Excel sheet, you create a dim date table there, or you go to SQL server, you create a dim date table there. And in this dim date table, you create manual columns and export this and use it in the Power BI. This is what is called recommended one. So recommending creating a dim date table using these two are completely bad. You have to go in with the Excel or the SQL and create a dim date table. If it is not available in Excel, at least Google it. When you Google it, so at least one Excel ready-made sheets are available. You download, you customize it. I need to have these columns. You customize and you take the Excel sheets and you upload into the Power BI. You will have a ready-made table. But creating it with the calendar is also good. But how to create also I told you. But after creating, you need to create a lot of other columns. But you can create with the help of a DAX. So year number, quarter number, semester number, month name. So after that month name, so week number, day number also will create. So how to create a new column, right? So let me create a day, week number. Okay, week number. How do you create? Now you know how to create a week number, right? So you say week number, and so dim date. So dim date. Now Amit is asking what in real time you use, which is the best one we have that can be used in the real time. Okay. Yeah. So week number, dim date, I need to give. So I will be able to get the week number like this. Week number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. You will be able to get continuous weeks. But if you wanted to get the month-wise weeks, that you can customize, or you can also see it is continuous given. I would like to get the month-wise 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 means you can use if and else. Or if you have any other function, just Google it. It may be there in the, this one. You can create month-wise also, week numbers and everything. Okay, I don't want to discuss that. Now, the next one, I want to go and get one more column, day number. Okay, day number. So how do you get the day number? There's a function called day, dim date. So dim date you need to give. So it will give you day number. But how do I get a day name? So to get the day name, let me right click on this new column name. So I need not tell you day name NM. So what function I need to use? Format. What function I need to use? format function dim date. Okay, dim date. And from this, I need to get the DDD and close the bracket. You will be able to get like that. Okay. Now you need to write whether it is a Saturday and Sunday. So what we can write? Day type, weekend or weekday. So it is day type. What kind of a type it is? So you can write if the day of the dim date table, or already we have created a day num, right? So you can use that day num. If the day num is equivalent to either Saturday or Sunday, Control C, Control V, right? Like that you need to create. So this will be weekend, else it will be weekday. Like that we will be able to create something, and you will be able to create one column. If the customer wanted to have what is the weekday sales, what is the weekend sales, this column you can use. Like that, you have to create multiple columns. Okay, so I wanted to have holidays. So a lot of holidays will be there, right? Ramzan is a holiday, Christmas is a holiday, or in Indian we have special calendar, holidays calendar. So which are the holidays? So Sri Ram Navami, this one, that holiday sales I would like to have. So we'll say holiday. Is it holiday? We will create one more column. Is it a Ramzan day or is it Christmas day? Lot of columns you need to create. And if when you have a dim date table with all the columns, then you will be able to get last 5 years Diwali sales, last 5 years Ashadam sales, last 5 years Ramzan sales, last 5 years weekend versus weekday sales, last 10 years, okay, holiday sales, last 10 years, okay, Thanksgiving day sales. All of them, if you wanted to implement in your reporting, which table we need to accommodate means dim date table. In that, all the columns we have to create without fail. Am I clear, guys? So that is what is the important thing. So year number, quarter number, month number, and this one. So if you need, a difference between two dates, for example, I wanted to know when the order is created. I go to this table. Okay, this table is fine. Let me go to sales table. I wanted to know you have placed the order in this and the product got delivered in this. I wanted to know, how many days the company took to deliver the product. So I need difference between a ship date to order date. So how do you get this DAX query? You need to go to this and a new column in this table. I have to use, date difference. Okay. So date difference between two date, ship date. So what is the this one I need to use date diff. End of the month we'll discuss later. Date diff. So it is there in the SQL also, right? Date difference, same function. But here the parameter date 1, date 2 interval. So date 1 is called from which date to which date. So we need to date 1 is order date, ship date. Let me give you two date. So first ship date, bigger date you need to give. Bigger date means the ship date minus order date. Okay, order date. I need to get the difference in the days, hours, minutes, weeks. So in the SQL we will be writing this parameter will be the first parameter. We will be mentioning a DD, but here you need to mention a day. How many days difference? So days I would like to give and close the bracket. Now press enter. So I think it is giving you minus. Now I need to write this is the first one. Okay, order date. So this is the ship date. Okay, this is a smaller date. This is the bigger date. So date 2 minus date 1 will happen. This is a date 2. So this is a date 1. Date 1 and date 2. So date 2 minus day 1 will happen. You will get the difference in the days. So you will be able to get when you press enter. You need to press enter so that you will be able to get all this one. So some products have been delivered in the 0 days. Within the same day, this product got delivered. So people may ask you how many products got delivered on the same day. Create a report and send it to me. Now you have to know the difference. So wherever it is 0, how many products got delivered? Let me go and create one report. How do you create a report? You have to go to the home, drag and drop one chart. In that, I want to know date difference. Where is the date difference? You have to go to sales table. You have created date diff. Okay. And I wanted to know one, I need to count. So how do you count the data? You can take any non-null column, any column you can take it where nulls are not available. In which column normally you don't get nulls? So key columns, right? So you will be able to drag and drop currency key, customer key, drag and drop one column so that it is going to be giving you sum. And instead of a sum, I want to give you count. Okay, I will be able to give the count. So count, what it is giving. In x-axis, I would like to have a date difference. Okay, and in the y-axis or y-axis, I need to give, and customer key, I would like to have it. So that 1 minute, I made some mistake. I would like to have, why it is giving me like that? Somewhere I have done the mistake. One minute. It is giving me 010207. So maximum data, you can see date difference, 7 days. It is giving me correctly only. This is 771. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. It is able to give you the proper data. We made some this. So the 7th day. Okay. So very small, average time or many times the product is delivered after 7 days only. Clear? So 0, when you go here, when you click on this and say data labels and go to the data labels and you say position and values, I would like to go to values and say none. So 54 times it is delivered on the same day. One time it took 14 days, 2 times 10 days, 3 days it has taken 5 times 4. So much more time they were able to deliver the product. They took 7 days. Clear? So this I wanted to reduce it. I want to reduce it means, so I need to create these kind of reports and tell. So if you're able to deliver within 1 or 2 days means automatically your sales will increase. Why the sales? Why these people are taking 7 days? Maximum time they're taking the 7 days, right? This is not the option. So maybe 1, 2, 3, maximum 3, 4 days they should be able to deliver the product. A ship date and order date, when you see, so which is the one, how much time they're taking. Now you're able to understand. You can give a recommendation, sir. If you reduce this time, definitely the sales may increase, right? Or people will have the positive feedback, positive thoughts on your company. So try to understand in the next year, let us see how this is happening. So all these things we can do with the help of these tables only. This kind of a columns only you need to create, and you will be able to prepare. So that is what is called date difference. I wanted to know end of the month. For example, you are making the payment to me. You're making the payment to me, right? For example, paid date, customer, student number 1, and student ID, and for some course, and he will be making the payment, right? So what is the paid amount, then paid date, and due amount and the due date. So student number 10 course MSBA joined, paid some 10K and paid date some January 12th, 2022. So what is the due amount? Let us say due amount is one more 5 more K. But what is the due date my company is giving? Anytime, what is the time, whatever be the date that you have taken, fine. But due date will be the end of the day. You need to, even though you make 30, the due date will be that month end only. You need to pay remaining thing. So January 2022 or 2023, what was the last date? 30th, right? 31st, I think. So even though you paid on 12th or 13th, so whatever it is doesn't matter, but end due date will be end of that month only. So end of the month will be either 31st or 30, I don't know. Automatically, if I supply this date, I need to get the end date. Automatically, I need to get the end date. Otherwise, I need to verify whether this is a 30 or whether it is a 28 or 31. I need to verify manually and give. So instead of me giving, automatically due date has to be collected. So end of the month will be the due date. How do you create? What will be the due date for this date? Okay, what is the due date for this date? So you need to go and give, or end of the month you wanted to know, right? Go to this table, go to the new column. So we will be able to give you end of the month. End of the month I would like to give, and EO month. When you say EO month, start date will be, I'm going to give order date. So order date, comma, it is giving you months. It is giving you what? Months. Months I'll be giving 0. And after that, I'm going to be closing. Okay, I'll be closing. So you will be able to get what is the month. What is the month? What is month is 23rd July. 23rd July. What is the last date for this? Last date will be 31st July. If I give 1, so it will increase one more month. So it will give you next month end date. If I give 0, same month end date it can give you. But if I increase it to 1, next month end date it will be given 31st. Okay. If I give you 2, it is going to be giving you after 2 months what is the end date, like that you can give. So the actual month is this. But after to this add 2 months, so it will be August and September. Give the last day of that month. So what is the last date of month? This one. So you will be given grace period of 20 days or 30 days, like that, right? People may give you, right? So that is what you need to understand. You need to give. So this is the end of the month. We are going to be learning year number, quarter number, month, week number, day number, date diff. And tomorrow we'll talk about a few more functions. Calendar auto will implement tomorrow. Compulsory interview question, difference between this one and this one, or versus calendar and calendar auto. And tomorrow we'll talk about again all with format we have discussed, right? So date also we discussed. We have used data already here, but let's discuss once more, and tomorrow we'll complete. And this, any questions you have, remaining things. So today, now calendar auto, difference between these two, all of them will recommend. Any questions, guys?